Track limits in Austria last year were problematic, so the FIA has put in some requests with the Red Bull Ring, and Niels Wittich, race director of the FIA, is now going to explain what is different and why.
I mean, as you said, last year we had some issues with too many track limits, so therefore we asked the circuit to implement a natural deterrent. This natural deterrent was identified to be gravel, what you see here, because this is a feedback for the drivers that they can see it or feel it while driving in the car, and it definitely does not allow to go faster throughout the gravel.
Niels, there's a lot going on here, lots of different lines before the gravel. Can you just explain what's on track and what is not on track?
Yeah, you can see a lot of new paint has arrived on the scene here. It is just to minimize the width of the curb artificially and disallow any track limit issues. So if you see, this is where the white line has been, this is where the black paint starts, and that distance was 2 meters. So Formula 1 car is 2 meters. If you put the car on that one, 2 meters is just on the curb. But if you go half wheel into the gravel, you're off the line. In fact, you're doing a track limit. So this is just to avoid that. We said, we're going to shift the white line. The distance from the white line now is 1.5 meters. So there's absolutely no way to exceed the track limits to go for a faster lap time. You have the deterrent. It's penalizing the driver because the grip level is different and the lap time is shorter. And on top of that, we have that light blue line that helps us easy to identify a track limit if the wheel is off in the area where you have the white painted curb and the white line.
Well, look, can we just get down on our hands and knees? So, this is where the white line used to be.
Exactly. We had the white line over there at the beginning. This has been blacked out. Now we have the new white line. This is the track edge as per the IEC, 15 centimeters. From this to the gravel, we have 1.5 meters. Even Formula 3 is just 1.85, so nothing will go wrong there. And this light blue line is just if a wheel is up there to identify, to help us in race control, help the people in the race operations center in Geneva to identify the difference if a car is still off, yes or no.
If cars are off, they're going to be in the gravel, so hopefully your job in race control will be much easier this year.
That's what we hope, and I think it should work. Right? Yesterday I was able to find some team managers already on the track, and they thumbs up already on that one, and they said it's from their perspective it's a solution that will work.
Niels, just one final thing. MotoGP two-wheeled racing happens here at the Red Bull Ring. How have you and Formula 1 and the FIA worked with the FIM and MotoGP to make a solution that's good for both championships?
Clearly we want to do a solution or find a solution that works for the circuit as the easiest way, that they don't have to rebuild the circuit from one category to the other. Still right now we're in the negotiation process where we say, okay, the ideal setup for us would be we have a 1.5 meter wide curb as a maximum, and then any natural deterrent like grass, gravel, setup what we see here. This fixes everything. At the moment the bikes require a little bit more verge just for the riders if they make a mistake, that they can stabilize the bike and continue. Let's say it's doesn't help us to find a solution, but I do understand that the negotiation process that's happening right now will come up with a solution where they say, okay, ultimately we find one solution that's good for both, and I think gravel works for bikes as well. It's just the last millimeter where we have to find the right setup, and once that's happened, I'm quite confident that it will make life easier for the circuits.
Great. Thank you, Neil.